So what if you had an AI partner that didn't just write for you, but actually thought with you? Well, today we're going to walk through a course from Dr. Vernette Grant that shows you exactly how to do that with a tool called Hailuo AI. We're going to look at her framework for turning this AI into a genuine, intelligent partner for your professional and research writing.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We're literally going to follow the curriculum Dr. Grant lays out, step by step. First, we'll get to know Hailuo AI. Then, we'll see its main tools in action. After that, we'll see how to use it for real, high-level impact, tackle the super important ethics of it all, and finally, see how everything comes together in that final project.
All right, first up, meeting Hailuo AI. You know, in a world that's just flooded with AI assistants, Dr. Grant kicks things off by asking a really basic question. What makes this one special? Let's find out. And the key idea here is that Hailuo AI is not a jack of all trades. Dr. Grant explains it as a specialized hybrid platform. It's like it takes the easy conversational style we all know from chatbots and merges it with powerful tools built specifically for serious, structured writing.
And this, right here, is the big difference maker. According to Dr. Grant, those other general-purpose AIs are awesome for, broad conversations. But Hailuo AI, it's purpose-built. It was designed from the ground up for the kind of work academics and business pros do, where stuff like solid research and accurate citations aren't just nice to have, they're completely non-negotiable.
So naturally, the course starts with the practical stuff. The very first thing Dr. Grant has you do is set up and customize your own workspace. The whole idea is to tailor the tool right from the start for whatever you're doing, whether that's academic papers or big-picture business strategies.
Next up, we get into the core tools themselves. This is the part of Dr. Grant's course where we move past the what is it and get into the how do I use it, the hands-on features you're going to be using every single day.
Dr. Grant pretty much boils the whole platform down to these 4 words: write, refine, cite, and translate. And this really highlights a key point of her course. This isn't just about spitting out text, it's a full-cycle writing environment.
And here's what that workflow looks like in practice. You start with a simple prompt to get your base content. Then, you use the built-in tools to make it better, rewriting for clarity or summarizing your sources. Then comes the really critical part. You integrate your citations right then and there. And to top it all off, you can even translate your work to reach a global audience.
Okay, so once you've got those fundamentals locked down, the course totally shifts gears. It's time to move beyond just producing words on a page and start looking at how you can use Hailuo AI for some really high-level strategic thinking.
This little phrase really becomes the mantra for the advanced sections. Dr. Grant's focus here is all about teaching you how to turn raw information and research into something actionable. A report that actually changes a decision or an article that shapes opinions. Something with real impact.
And this is where the tool really starts to feel less like a tool and more like a partner. We're talking about moving beyond simple writing, and it's a really complex analytical tasks, like doing a full literature review, building a SWOT analysis, or drafting a policy paper. As Dr. Grant shows, this is all about strategic thinking, with AI as your assistant.
Now this next part is huge. Dr. Grant dedicates a whole section to what is probably the most important part of using any AI tool. How to use it powerfully, sure, but also how to use it ethically and responsibly. So the automate part is about getting the most out of the tool. Dr. Grant teaches you advanced stuff like prompt engineering, how to stack your prompts to get really complex results, and how to plug Hailuo into the software you already use to create a super smooth workflow. But, and this is a huge but, all that automation comes with a major condition. The course really emphasizes a human-in-the-loop approach. Think of it this way. The AI is your co-pilot, not the pilot. You are always in charge of verifying its output for accuracy, for context, and for all that human nuance. And all of this leads to what Dr. Grant calls a framework for ethical use. The main takeaway here is that you are the final filter. It's all about knowing the AI's limitations and applying your own professional judgment and standards to every single thing you create with it. So to pull all of this together, from the basic tools to the advanced strategies and all the ethical rules, the course wraps up with a big final project. This is basically where you prove you've got this. You've truly mastered the tool. And this final assignment isn't just one little task. To really show you've got it, Dr. Grant has you create a full portfolio made up of 3 totally distinct professional-level pieces of work. First, a big research report to show you can handle and synthesize information.
Second, a strategic business brief to prove you can apply it in a professional context. And third, a personal reflection on using AI ethically to show you get the responsibility that comes with all this power. Each one tests a different, crucial skill you learned in the course.
You see, by walking us through this whole curriculum, Dr. Vernette Grant isn't just teaching us how to use a piece of software. She's giving us a blueprint for how we, as professionals, can evolve right alongside AI. And that leaves us with a really big question to think about. As these tools get better at writing, researching, and strategizing, our role starts to shift. It becomes less about just creating and more about directing, verifying, and being the ethical backstop. So, what does that mean for your future?